Hello, guys. How's it going? It's a very nice day in Wisconsin today, and I wanted to come on here and make a video. Um, this video is not going to be about mixed martial arts. This video is actually probably going to be more. I'm trying to get a good angle. I apologize. Um, it's actually going to be a gaming video. Um, because there's one game in particular I really want to talk about that I am so excited for, and my hype just keeps growing day by day for this game, and that is Death Stranding 2. Now, oh my god. Death Stranding 2 is like, well, I don't even know where to start here. So I think Kojima. We'll start with Kojima, Mr. Hideo Kojima. I think he is incredible. I think he's, when it comes to video game designers, directors, I think he is the best ever. And it's interesting because I've always had like a weird relationship with his games. And it's also funny because 10 years ago, this year is when Metal Gear 5 came out, which is fucking insane. Like, dude, 10 years, bro. Like, I remember being so hyped for that game as a kid. And the trailers and the build-up and all the controversy with Konami, that was all 10 years ago, guys. Like, what? That's insane. But I've always had a weird relationship with these games. I always get so excited for them, and then I never finish them right away. Metal Gear Solid 5, so excited as a kid for the build-up of that game. Played it for a month, didn't touch it again until summer of 2016 when I beat it. Same with Death Stranding 1, where I remember that E3 watching that reveal trailer for Death Stranding 1 and just being like fucking blown away. I mean, if you know Kojima, you know his trailers are always exceptional. But I couldn't stop watching it. It left me so hyped. It was perfect with Norman Reedus fucking naked on the beach with a baby and the C-section scar on his stomach. Like, what? Like, what is happening? And to come out with a trailer like that after all the Konami bullshit was incredible. It was absolutely incredible. And 3 years later, 2019, the game comes out. I play it a decent amount right away, and then I didn't touch it again. Death Stranding for me was a game I tried to pick up multiple times over and over, and I just could never get into it. I don't know what it was. I think the gameplay loop for me was just a tad bit too slow. I don't know. There was something about it I just could not get into, and if you were gonna ask me like what game do I hope Kojima makes next, because like I said, I love Kojima, I respect him, I think he's one of the greatest ever, if not the greatest when it comes to game directors. A Death Stranding sequel was not my choice at all. Also, I feel like I didn't really have much of a say in it, well, obviously, but because I never finished the first one. I find out he's making Death Stranding 2, I'm like, okay, I'll get around to playing the first one, because I have to play the second one. So I'll get around to it eventually. Finally, this last December, I want to say, my parents so generously got me one of these PlayStation Portals, which this thing is fucking awesome. I know there's a lot of hate online for the Portal. I love it, okay? And some of you might be pissed to hear that I played Death Stranding completely on the Portal, okay? I'm sorry. I fantasized about doing this. I was like, dude, I would love a PlayStation Portal, and playing Death Stranding on this, it just feels like the perfect game. I can't explain it, okay? So I played the entirety of Death Stranding 1 on the Portal. I told myself this time, I'm finishing this game. I'm not going to give up on this game. I'm going to fucking see it all the way through to the end. And my God, I am so happy that I did. I finished it a few months ago, and wow, this game is incredible. Death Stranding 1 is incredible. I could probably make an hour-long video on that game alone, but it's so interesting to me the time it came out right before COVID. Kojima has this way of almost predicting the future because that game resonates so well after everything that happened in the world right after the game came out. And that's very interesting to me, but that's a whole separate video. We're talking about Death Stranding 2 here. After playing part 1, I am incredibly excited for the second one. Now, I still don't know what the fuck it's about, of course. You never know what these games are about from the trailers with him. But after playing the first one and seeing the trailers and seeing all the new things he's adding, oh my god. Like, I can't wait. And I've touched on it already in this video, but something Kojima does so well is his trailers. And I just think he has his finger on the button of good trailers. There's very rarely good trailers in any form of media anymore. His trailers are fucking sick. And everything I've seen, from the music to the story to the gameplay, it's like, oh my god, I can't wait for this game. Because if you were to ask me to make a Death Stranding 2 sequel with my genius, you know, I would say, dude, keep all this crazy shit. I love the vibe of the first one. I love the story from what I understood, the characters. I love the action sequences with fuck. Can't remember his name. Cliff? Like when you go to the different war eras, bro, that shit was sick. It was so cool. And so now we're gonna get like the Death Stranding vibe, but just built more on top of that. The satisfying package delivery, I like that shit, okay? Traveling different biomes and regions, it's more colorful, there's more areas to explore. The combat is gonna be more fleshed out. I saw a quote, I think it was from Kojima, saying his staff were getting, the game was becoming so much like Metal Gear that they were becoming worried. And that's exactly what I wanted to hear. That is exactly what I wanted to fucking hear. Thank you, Kojima. Because I would have upped the combat more, upped the stealth more. Because everything else, the world and everything is so cool. The gameplay, I think, was the roadblock for me in the first one. I came to love it. And honestly, if it was just the same thing again, I'd be fine with it. But I'm so happy he's decided to push everything further. And the trailer for the second one with the Woodkid song, bro, I've been bumping that shit so much recently. Just because his trailers and his games, they're like somewhat inspiring and motivating. I can't explain it. It was the same thing with Metal Gear 5 that got me so hyped for that game. The Elegia trailer, is that how you say that? I hope it is. The trailer where he uses that song, dude. Oh my god, I watched that trailer so many fucking times. I just think it's so good. And same thing with this trailer is like, it makes me so excited to see what he's got in store for us. And I think we should really value Kojima. It's so rare. He's like Christopher Nolan. Like, he's the guy in the industry who gets the budget to do whatever the fuck he wants. And I think that's so important. We should really value that in an age, especially with the gaming industry, dude, which could also be a whole other separate video, which I think is in a rough fucking place right now. Like, seriously. To have someone like him to push the boundaries continuously, everything he does is just exceptional. I think is very important. And I've been on a huge kick recently, like playing Metal Gear Peace Walker and just watching the fucking Death Stranding shit, and I'm really excited for this game, and I'm glad that it'll probably have more of an audience now. The first one, although it had PlayStation backing and some hype, you know, it's like it was still pretty niche. And is the second game going to be niche still? Probably. But I think more people are paying attention now. I think a lot of people have picked up Death Stranding since its came out and the director's cut and it coming out on Xbox, I think there's a lot of new fans and a lot of people who have experienced Kojima for the first time. And what a summer we have as like, if you're a Kojima fan, bro, you have Death Stranding 2 and then you have the Metal Gear 3 remake. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, dude, that is going to be lit. And this year's a good year for games for me. You know, I'm excited for those two games in particular. Um, it's rare that a game comes along where I'm like, I need to play this. Um, I love the good remakes. Resident Evil 4 remake was amazing. But yeah, Death Stranding 2, dude, that's one to look out for, I believe. I just wonder, how far is he going to take it to be like Metal Gear? Like, is he really going to make this a fucking Metal Gear game? You see him with, or you see the guy with the bandana, he looks exactly like Solid Snake. It's like, dude, I love it. I love it so much. Um, I think we're in for a really good game and a really special game. And yeah, it's inspiring, dude. Whenever Kojima's putting something out, it's inspiring to me. As a self-proclaimed artist, okay? I pay attention to his shit because it's always exceptional. And so if you're like me, you're probably also very excited. And I'm sure I'll make a video on the game when it comes out talking about it, but yeah. I just want to get on here and share my hype for it as these trailers and gameplay clips are coming out. Um, can't wait, man. Can't wait. So, yeah. That's all. Have a good one.